everyone, I'm Peggy Rometo, and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, guys, we finally have a sunny day here in Texas, although I'm not complaining because we needed the rain. And now it's this beautiful day. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday as well. Just wanted you to go into that heart space, let go, relax, no matter what day you are viewing this on. Just connect to that peace of mind inside of you that's always there. Let go of your day, any frustration, anticipation, and really sink into that beautiful white light. And then imagine that white light dropping down like an anchor down through your body, out the bottom of the feet, into the center of the earth, grounding you in your sacred space, and then inhaling that white light all the way back up the body, up to the crown of the head. Hold it for a count of 3. Then you exhale, and then all the way back down again with that white light down to the center of the earth. And we do that 3 full times, okay? Let's go ahead and do that now. That's our grounding breath, and then we'll open to the question, what can we expect this week? What do we need to be prepared for? Anything, any insights, anything that's going to support us, okay? So let's go ahead and go in and do the breath, and then as I'm talking, with the answers, I want you to feel into it. Does that feel true for me? Does that feel not true for me? Does that feel like it's for somebody else? And when you're in that inquiry, in that discernment process, you may get additional information or additional insights for yourself. So that's the value of kind of being in this energetic space together. It amplifies your own capacity to be able to receive information, okay? So I always treat everything as information, just it's simply information, and that way it doesn't make it hot, right? Like if you hold certain information to be bad or certain information to be good, that intensifies that energy. It makes it harder for our ego to let our guard down, to let that kind of information in. So if we just treat all information as just information, makes it a little easier. Okay, let's go into the heart. And let's do the dropping breath all the way down into the center of the light, the center of the body, the white light flowing down through the body to the center of the earth. Exhale. Inhale up. Hold it for a count of 3, and then exhale. Okay. Just notice that quietness in your body. That's the space of being grounded. And really what I'm opening up to is I'm seeing small little fires or smoldering that turns into fire. So there could be something that you thought was completed, something that you thought was handled, and then catches fire again. It could be something that is incomplete within yourself, and that's like, oh, here it is again. And it could be anything from, an addictive behavior to something you thought you had completed, whether it's taxes, right? Or whether it's, wedding plans. And suddenly you remember, oh my gosh, I didn't get that paperwork back from the photographer, right? It could be anything like that. Suddenly it's like, oh my God. So you don't have to panic, but you do have to be focused. You do need to be present to be able to handle these fires, right? These moments where we're like, oh, that's not done. So if you just have the awareness that, okay, there may be something that comes up that's not complete this week, and I've got the energy to complete it. I've got the capacity and the ability to slow down, see what's missing, and handle it, right? So it's just being very methodical and thorough that no matter whatever's coming up, that we can handle. So definitely seeing things coming up for us to handle, and just to, know that we can. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. So there's a reservoir of strength that we all have that it's time that we start to use, and it's self-love, and to draw that self-love up through us through acts of kindness towards ourselves. whether that's just being kind to yourself for how far you've come and how hard it may have been to get where you're at, whether it's just an act of kindness and recognizing we're all human, we all make mistakes, we all struggle, or recognizing the fact that, you are just amazing and that you are doing what you were brought here to do. So there's many variables of just loving ourselves or recognizing ourselves in a situation, in just everyday life. So we're being called upon to bring that energy forward, just to love ourselves and hold ourselves, and to know that when we do that, when we stop and we take an act of kindness in ourselves and we slow down, we're giving permission to other people to do the same thing. You're giving permission to your children to recognize they're not all bad, that they're amazing little humans, right? And because especially during this time, it's very easy for kids to get lost in what's going on in the world because there's so many more pressures and responsibilities on the parents. So by slowing down and being kind to us, we're actually an energetic field that holds the energy of our children. So when we stop and take an act of kindness to ourselves, in turn, that's an extension going to your kids. And even if they're adult kids, it doesn't matter because they're always going to be your kid. Your mom and dad are always going to be your mom and dad. Your kids are always going to be your kids. There's an energetic connection. And so when you slow down and take care of yourself, you can trust and know that that energy is supporting them as well. So that's really beautiful. I like that. And then as you're in that self-loving moment or self-loving opportunity, they're showing me there's like sparks of light, of creation, of opportunity to stop and pivot if we want. If we're doing something that we don't like and we stop and we be kind to ourselves and, geez, okay, I'm human, I make a mistake, it's all right. What would be a better action right now, right? What's something that I could do right now that's make me feel good about myself or good about the situation that I just maybe didn't do so great in? Or maybe I did amazing job and I want to stop and, isn't it interesting? We've got a farmhand here. So sorry guys, never know what's going to happen here on the ranch. Anyway, so as we slow down and as we recognize whether it's something really good that we want to celebrate ourselves for and thank ourselves, there's a creative energy that we can stop and we can pivot. Maybe like in this moment, I could stop and pivot and do something different, right? So it is a process. It's not always perfect. Okay, so let's see. So with that creation ability, you can in those moments move in a new direction. You don't have to know what to do, right? So when you stop, let that creative energy in, and then it will just move you. It will move up through you, right? So you notice I just stopped, right? Because there's a lot of commotion, there's a lot of people talking, unexpected, right? Sunday morning, who thinks ranch hands are going to show up on a Sunday morning? Anyway, so as you stop, I guess if you live on a ranch, you should know that, right? I'm a farmer's daughter. They do work 7 days a week during the spring. So hello. Anyway, back to the story. So for you guys, when the pivot opportunity comes and those creative sparks are there, just stop a second and let it fill you up. Let it come to you, and you might get it in a flash in your mind. You might get a feeling, oh, go do this instead. You might just get a knowing, oh, I know I should be doing that instead, or I know I should, you know what? Now's not the time. Let's put it over here. Let's go do something else, right? So there's any number of ways that you can creatively shift into something new for yourself. So we don't have to have these big reactions. We don't have to be like, oh my God, And so those big reactions are fueling the world. They're fueling the world. Look around to the big reactions. We don't want to react energetically that way anymore. We don't want to keep lighting this fire, right? What we want to do is we want to pivot with a better creative energy, with a better creative story that works for us and our self-love. When we're working for us and our self-love, what does that do? It reflects out to other people and they can feel the adjustment. They can feel the difference. And where this really comes up most is with the people you love the most, right? It's like, who do we lose our cool with the most? your partner, your kids, your best friends, like people who really love you. So when we pivot there and they go, wow, they're keeping their cool, that makes a big difference, right? And it then influences them, it influences the family dynamic, and we all feel better. All right, you guys, I'm going to take that this is my cue to call it a day. Have a happy Sunday. Enjoy yourselves. Use that energy for self love and care. And remember to pivot with curiosity and with creativity. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a great week, everybody.